On behalf of Lely, I would like to welcome you all here at our second Lely Farm Management Support Knowledge Symposium.
We are circling the cow. The most important thing is what we do is everything, and we would try to develop everything around the cow. How we as Lely can help you, or help them, to provide them with the best sustainable, profitable and enjoyable future in farming.
And of course data plus experience. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Information and making decisions. There were over 1,000 farms which were active, had an active account, as we speak in terms of this kind of website. Now, some of the benchmark, we saw there are 30 different countries that were these accounts from. So that's pretty good.
First of all, the question, what is lifetime milk production? Lifetime milk production is the amount of milk produced by a cow during its whole life. The cow has to decide by himself what to do, and there has to be always available feed. Use the data from T4C to extend your sustainability. So not only from the farm, but also the sustainability of the cow.
Does anyone have a suggestion about the working routine here in the audience?
See the data earlier than other traditional milking.
I think one of the things we learned was what data not to look at. Because you can be busy with data all day.
The knowledge book?
Knowledge box?
Oh, box, yeah. Thank you.
It's quite
Now, who thinks that he's going to work in an area without a milk quota in 2017? Now, I have to warn you, because the world is going to be much different if you're going to work in a system where the milk quota is not the limit. The banker only wants to know what is the milk check at the end of the week or the month. But if you set the setting from 8 kilograms of milk per milking to 10 kilograms of milk per milking, then you basically gain 80 minutes of robot capacity.
I thought, what can I pick out of these huge numbers of factors that are influencing milk quality? Okay, why is milk quality so important? Milk is a human, as you know, it's a feed. For us, it's a human, it's a food. How is the hygiene in the barn? How is the hygiene of the robot? How is the hygiene of the box? Look in your knowledge box, there you find the answers.
The way farmers are working will change. It changed the last 10 and 20 years, but it will change dramatically in the coming 10 to 20 years. The best cow and the worst cow is perhaps 80% genetic. We celebrated cows with 100,000 kilograms of milk. We celebrate at the moment cows with 10,000 kilograms of fat and protein. Which cow will we celebrate in the future? I think lifetime efficiency is the key word for that.
Climate change, the weather. You don't know what weather will be tomorrow. With politics, it's just the same. So 1/3 of the world is living here, but they have only 10% of agriculture land. At this moment, China is importing milk and milk products. But why? It has something to do with the problems they have had with their own milk products.
And so this morning I'm going to talk to you about using cow behavior to improve nutritional management. From a behavioral standpoint, we want cows that eat, rest, and ruminate. Basically the 3 things that we want cows to do in addition to milking. But we basically want that cow to utilize that robot to her optimal performance as well. So feeding multiple times a day close to milking time, pushing up feeding frequency. I realized that in robotic systems, it's going to be some kind of combination of these two things to ensure that that feed is always there. There's good cues for those cows to get to that food, to fresh food, and also make sure that that food's always there when they want to get up and go to the bung.
When I'm traveling, and I was in sales as well as at the product management for several years, I realized how much chances are not taken in the first step from the grass to the pit. So by the time when they start harvesting, the dry matter content is okay. But during the day, because baling takes time, or maybe they just use one baler, or they have one chopper, one loader wagon, by the time a few hours later, the stuff dried up too much. So they actually should adjust their machines to the new conditions.
A few words about NISO. NISO is, I'm not from a university or an institute. NISO is in fact a research company. And I will focus on two risk factors of silage, of poor quality silage. And those risk factors are the occurrence and the development of mycotoxins in silage, and the risk of the presence of bacterial spores.
So first we had sugar is influencing taste. Second, butyric acid. And third, ammonia. Also ammonia is influencing the taste. The higher the density, really important. So get all the air out as soon as possible. And then eventually you have less mold grow and a better taste of the grass. Last but not least, feed efficiency, our newest parameter in T4C. Check it out. Look what fresh feed gives you on feed efficiency.
So if anybody has any questions, please cut me off and raise your hand. And again, there's no stupid questions, but there's about a 20% chance that my answer is not going to have anything to do with your question. So a really high producing herd, starch is maxed out, you're not going to feed any more protein, you need to start putting some fat in the diet, make it a little more energy dense. And protected fat, it's going to pass the rumen, not to upset it. So the cow's still going to get it and get the most use out of it.
About the symposium here, very informational. I came to give a presentation about how my dairy works in Michigan, and I've come away with a lot more information about things that maybe I can do better.
Eye-opener, especially the man from Canada, Mr. Trevor De Vries, was talking about the cows.
Yep, I think the mixture of practical persons and persons coming from the university with research are very good, and that makes a good mixture.
When you are at home tomorrow, you could tell your colleagues, yeah, I was at the symposium at Lely, and actually at the moment that I was there, I heard some new things. And the people again are 10 years behind. And to show to you what is happening with people, I like to illustrate that with a little example. To actually exercise. And actually in that gym, Google knows that I'm exercising. Google knows that I'm trying to stay in shape. Take home message, very important. Find cows as the true knowledge provider. Cows in the cloud as the key to advice. Thank you very much.